Hey Gemini, what's up? Sorry it took me a while to get back to you. Um, yeah, I had some issues with my wonderful apartment. I gotta move again. I had to come clean some crap. I found mold or whatever. Anyways, um, this is going to be a reading for Gemini. Sorry, for March 2023. I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome back to Crystal's Tarot, or welcome if you're new. Please consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. Um, I hope everybody's doing good. I wanted to get into your reading a couple of days ago, but like I said, these have just been crazy. So I hope you've been doing good. I hope things have been settled for you as much as possible because it's crazy. I was shuffling, getting ready to I put the deck back that I was using, and then I was shuffling, getting ready to get into your reading, and there was like a pre-message, and I was like, kind of nosy, as usual. So I was like, I'm gonna see what it's about, and just like if I feel like it really needs to apply to the reading, or not necessarily apply, but like we'll get into it and you'll see what I'm talking about. Take it as it resonates. This is general reading. This is not going to resonate with everybody. So take the pieces that resonate. You might notice pieces at the beginning, middle, or end, resonate with you. So again, take it as it resonates. You can know if something resonates or not by basically doing a test within yourself. It's how lie to yourself and see the difference on how it feels. Tell yourself, my name is Crystal and my name is not Crystal. And see the difference between being honest with yourself and lying to yourself and see how that resonates with you. That's how you can tell if something resonates or not. So, first thought, whatever. And I'm not feeling good, guys, so don't hate. I hope you're feeling good. I hope everybody's doing well. Don't shoot the messenger and take it as it resonates, and don't force the messages. This is going to be really unique. So I was shuffling, right? And the cards just, there was a message in there. So I was like, I'm going to read it and see what it's about. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Andy. Hope you guys are doing good. You guys are this is so hilarious to me. So those of you who have somebody in your connection already, that's cool. From what I peeked at, I didn't get into it too much. But from what I peeked at, like it's gonna be really good, Gemini. March is going to be really, really good. For those of you who do not have a connection already, there's going to be something pretty it's good. Like Gemini, you're going to be happy whether you're in a connection yet or not. There's something coming in. Let's get into your reading, okay? And this is just a couple of pre-messages at the beginning, so take it or leave it. Hold on, and I'm called to pull this over too. Oh, it's the Lovers. So I'm gonna just say Gemini. I'm really freaking excited right now. I keep changing up my view and everything because I keep on having to rearrange and move around and stuff. I'm gonna be moving again, so just roll with it, right? That's what we do. Gemini, we go with the flow and we bob and we swerve, all that. I don't know yet about these top ones, and it's 3 cards too. 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Cups. Okay. Hold on. And the High Priestess. Okay, I gotta stop. I hope you're comfortable. If not, get comfortable. Gemini. You've gone through a lot. You've been going through a lot. You've had a lot of learning yourself, getting to know yourself better, falling in love, most and importantly, falling in love with yourself. You're accepting yourself, appreciating yourself more than what you did before. There's this quick, sudden movement towards your future, towards your success, towards like you, like fully being you and being comfortable and proud of it, like fully being in that moment. And there's like this, like there might be moments where you have to like be yourself unexpectedly. Like there's moments where like if we're at work, we're somebody different than who we are at home. Yes, perfect, Andy. Get something to drink. I might have to get something to drink too, but this is going to be very interesting. It's going to be so interesting. Like the cards that got us started and what like what's popping out. It's Gemini. This is going to be for those of you who aren't comfortable with intimacy and like connections with other people. Just relax into you, relax into the moments. Don't force anything. Don't just be you. Just be you, Gemini. Like like 2023 is a whole different level of you being you, and you like comfortably being you and gracefully being you. There's this you've fallen in love with yourself. You've learned so much about other people, about your environment, about what you want, about where you're going, where you see your future, what your hopes are, what you feel nourished in. You know yourself a lot better than what you might have before. And there's something that you're like, there's something that's quickly moving towards you, or you're quickly moving towards it. It might be a person, place, or thing, feeling, whatever it is. There's something that's a quick, it's a lot, right? There might be a lot going on for you. No, it's your thoughts, right? It's the King of Swords. It's words. It's communication. There's a lot going on, and there's a lot of movement. You have the King of Swords, the Chariot, and the Lovers was on top. Okay, so you are falling in love with you. You might be falling in love with another person, but I'm more getting that this is you knowing yourself differently. There's something that you're quickly approaching, or that's quickly approaching you. And it's going to be in regards to like an awareness, a communication. Somebody wants to talk to you. Somebody wants to say something to you. We got that in a couple of other messages before. And guys, I love you. I appreciate you. I thank you so much for like really taking your time to watch the readings. And I'm grateful that you found something that was helpful and that resonated with you. That's always my intention, that these readings help you and assist you on your path to your greatest and highest good. I like to make playful, like little jokes as much as possible because life is heavy. And Gemini, like, I feel like we're the fun ones. We're the ones that like, we can see the BS and still like laugh at it, even though it hurts, even though like there's times that we're crying about it, we can still find like, at least I feel like when we've been able to grow and heal, we can look at that and like kind of laugh at it, even though it hurts. Like we're just different. And I feel like that's why people, the other signs, they might not understand us unless they have Gemini in their chart somewhere. But I feel like that, like nobody understands Gemini like Gemini, right? Gemini is like on a whole nother level. And I love Gemini. And I feel like you've learned more about yourself. Yes. I'm telling you, Gemini is just different. We do things different. Everything we do is different than what other people can understand and relate to at times. But like everybody would want to be by our side, like have us on their team. Like we are like ride or die. We are faithful. We are smart. We are somebody like put us in a bad situation. We're going to be the one to find the way out. And we're going to freaking laugh at you and tell you how ridiculous like, I love Gemini. I'm glad that I have it in my chart. Like I love me some Gemini. I do. And I feel like you're like loving yourself more, like you're more kind and compassionate with yourself. For those of you that this is a person in your environment, somebody might have approached you really quickly. You might not have necessarily expected it. There was like quick communication, or expect this for some of you in March. But take it as it resonates. Don't force the messages. We're going to get into this before we get into this, because okay. So this is what was happening, right? So I'm like, okay, shuffling. And as usual, like as I'm shuffling, there's like a group that like, I don't know how to explain it to you, but If you do it how I do it and you read, like, you know what I'm talking about. So they come out, right? And this is what I end up with, this group right here, okay? So I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Over here to my right, I have the Empress. Shit. You guys now have the Empress. We have the Empress. Gemini's got Empress. Creating, manifesting something, right? And over here to my left, in my left hand, I have the what the hell? Sorry, the Moon. There's a lot of unknown things, right? Things that are unknown, possibly to you, your environment, but you're still creating. There's something you're trying to create and manifest, but you don't know how to do it. You don't know all the details behind it. You might not know all of the aspects involved, but you're still like true to Gemini, right? Like, give us a challenge. We will give us a box. We will figure it out. I'm sitting there like, we know what to do with our shit, right? We'll put it together. We figure it out and work it out. And it is what it is. Like GeminisBomb.com, right? We don't know. We figure it out. We get those downloads. Spirit speaks to us during the way. Like me personally, I bet you like people think I'm crazy. And I used to not be comfortable being myself, but I'm much more comfortable with it. And in fact, like, I feel like people who are lucky enough to have me in their environment, like, I feel like they benefit a lot from my shenanigans and my, like, just thinking and just the stuff that I do, just me being me. And being comfortable with yourself, it allows other people to be comfortable with themselves. And I felt like being able to step into me has, like, it's done a lot. So when I don't know what the freak I'm doing, and I'm just inspired to take one step forward and I just keep doing that, I get those downloads. Like in those moments, I'm like, what do I do? And then I do what I'm supposed to do. And you get those downloads. You know what you're supposed to do. You do what you're supposed to do. You don't need to know. You don't need a PhD. You don't need to have like all this history in something. You just need to know, like, you work with spirit and you have your team and you do what you do because that's what you do. It's like people see something within you and you think it's like everybody has it, but it's not true, Gemini. Like, you have something within you that is very unique. It's precious. Everybody is very, every person on this planet is special and unique and carries something that is a gift that they're supposed to like develop and make the world better with, right? But not everybody, we don't always choose to do that. We choose to do other things and whatever. But I feel like naturally you contribute to your environment, to the people in your environment, to like to your job, to like maybe your like, there's something about you that naturally nourishes the people and things in your environment. And you do this naturally. And you don't, sorry, hold on, my nose. It's very frustrating to have your freaking nose itch when you have rings, but I like my rings. But you're just like, you naturally do things. And I feel like you inspire people the way that you do things. And there's this energy very much like you're not knowing something, you're not recognizing something, but you kind of don't care either. You don't need to know. And it's like that energy working on what you need to know. I'll tell you what you need to know when you need to know it. It's like that kind, but you're on the opposite end. You're like, tell me what I need to know when I need to know it. And you relax into that and you lean into that. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I lost the okay. Sorry, I got sidetracked. So there's this energy, right? So you're manifesting and creating, and there's a lot of things like going on. You don't know. Like me right now, I'm like kind of distracted. I'm in like multiple elements, right? There's multiple, like I have a million thoughts going on. I get a million messages. There's a million things I want to say. Like there's a lot. There's a lot. And I'm like, you got to pick one and then go on to the next one, right? And then most of it, like there's pieces, like I feel like you guys get like pieces. You don't get the full story sometimes because I'm getting like so much information at once. Like I was saying the other day, it's like everybody being crammed in a building and like you can't all fit out at once. So you guys get like chunks of piece, but I expect spirit, like you have your own intuition. So I'm expecting that spirit's downloading within you the messages that you need. I know you guys are like, to be on my channel, to be part of my tribe and be on this team. Like we are strong manifestors. We are like powerful individuals. I feel like we are somebody, like we are as a team very strong and able to be independent, and we care about the people in our environment and we care about ourselves, but not as much as we should have. But I felt like we've learned that lesson. I'm very proud of you, Gemini. Okay, let's get on to the next part of cards, because this is the part I'm really excited about. So I was like, okay, what is all this after this? And I'm going to tell you right now, it's kind of trigger warning at the same time too. For those of you who have had those hard experiences, who have felt like love is a foreign object that you have to handle like it's running with scissors, right? You like like that there's a lot of jokes involved with it, right? But it's like an area where like it's like self-protection in a way, and then it kind of like, I tried that, been there, done it, and I don't want it no more. It kind of yields the same results. If that's you, breathe as I get through this next part, okay? Don't shoot the messenger. This is not going to resonate with everybody. Take it as it resonates, okay? And this is just a part of the message. It's going to be a long reading probably. That's what I do with Gemini. We talk. We're talkers. So I don't feel bad to make long readings with you guys. And if you get bored, then click off. But I love you, and I like it. There's something for you to know if this is meant for you. So I'm going to do what we need to do. You're kind of oblivious right now for who this is for. There's something you're manifesting and creating something. There's something going on behind the scenes. I felt like you've manifested this, but you've forgotten about it, right? It's like you got a million things going on. It's like Thanksgiving time somewhat, right? Imagine you have like a bunch of like different pots on the stove, and you probably got some like crock pots and like little cookers on the side and whatever, like just a bunch of stuff. And so you go to tend to that, and then you go tend to that, and you go tend to that, and you kind of forget about things, right? Because they're kind of like, you did what you needed to do as much as you thought you needed to do. So you kind of left it and forgot about it. So you went on to the next, right? You went on to the next, and you're doing what you need to do, and you're just manifesting and creating. And you're not really sure what you're doing. You're just doing what you're inspired for, like following your intuition, doing what you're told to do, like doing what you're supposed to be doing. Meanwhile, there's something that you forgot that you put on the cooker over there, and it's ready. And it's like, it's not burning. It's ready. It's ready. It's perfect. It's perfect for you right now. It's ready. And you're busy right now. You're busy right now manifesting other shit. So it's just waiting for you, okay? Keep that in mind, Gemini. So we're going to start with this deck, okay? They're both hilarious and interesting. And bear with me, guys. So the next card we have after the Empress is we have the Emperor. And I didn't make the connection, so I'm not going to make it right now. Then we have the Seven of Swords, I believe. Yes, Seven of Swords. And then the Eight of Swords. I was like, that's really interesting. Oh, sorry. Shit. Sorry. We have the Empress and then the Emperor. We have the Seven of Swords, the Hierophant, and then the Eight of Swords. Okay, so this is what I got from this, right? I was like, okay, that's very interesting. We went from the Empress right to the Emperor. So that's a pair, right? Not only is it a pair, that's a like both of these, male and female, they went through all of the experiences already. They've had to fight for their shit. They've had to learn that self-love and compassion for themselves and the people in their environment. They've had to learn the lessons of using their oh my goodness, using their mental energy and using their vocabulary to be able to kind of like move their energy along. They've had all those experiences, right? They've had to ground themselves. They've had to like make themselves and their environment stable. They've had to do a lot for themselves, male and female. So this speaks about a divine pair. So I was like, me personally, it's kind of touchy. it's not the best energy personally for me. That kind of energy. So I was like, okay, if it wasn't my reading personally, I would say there's something you're creating, you're inspired to manifest, and then you're actually creating it. You're doing it, right? So take those as those resonate. You have a divine pair right here. The emperor and empress, like that's as bomb as you could get. Like that's all the kings and queens together in each of these, right? That's the pair. That's a power couple right here. Okay. Then I was like, well, yeah, that's my kind of issue right here. Like that you can't trust it. It's a little iffy. It might have some like flight risk, you know, but there's like some sort of commitment, a higher knowledge, awareness. Like somebody knows that they did something wrong. Somebody knows that hold on, sorry. My nose is itching and these cards are like a bunch in my hand right now. Okay. So, sorry. So somebody did something stupid and it caused there to be like this. For some of you, you might still feel like it's heavy, like it's a wound still. But for some of you, it got to the point where it's a callus now. Like it's there, you notice it, you remember it, but it doesn't hurt you like it used to. It's something that you can look at it now and kind of feel different. It's not flight or fight anymore. It's like, okay, you can look at it instead of flight or fight. It's looking at it and be like, okay, yeah, that happened. Yes, I felt that. Yes, that person said that, whatever it was for you. You can acknowledge it now. Somebody did some bullshit, but you can acknowledge it now, right? You can learn the higher lesson from it. For some of you, this is person that you had a higher level of commitment with, or there was supposed to be a higher level of commitment and they did some dumb shit. Maybe there was supposed to be a commitment and they fucking ghosted you. Maybe you guys were supposed to be this dream team combination between the two of you, be a power couple, like take over the world, and they did some dumb shit. They cheated on you. They ghosted you. They did some dumb ish, right? Something that you had to learn deep, hard, harsh lessons from. Something that you could not, like, whatever this was for you personally, it touched your, like, how do you say? Ooh, I got chills too. Shit. It was a lesson that it touched your spirit. It was something that like it changed your aura. It changed something within you. It was something like it hurt what they did to you. I don't even know how to what they did to the connection, what they caused you to feel by their actions, whatever this was for you. Instead of having like what it was supposed to be, it turned to it, right? And you learn something from it. Instead of you, like, I feel like at a point in time, there was something that you were defeated by it, right? But you learned a great lesson from it. You learned something that allowed you to kind of maneuver you still feel it, but you don't feel it like you did before. Like you've learned something, like you became aware of something. It's a higher knowledge. You learned something. I'm going to pull some more cards on this, but for right now, it speaks about, I'm getting like Gemini has fallen in love with themselves, right? They've learned something, they've gone through some crap, right? Somebody has hurt you. Like, this is somebody that they weren't supposed to do what they did. You put your trust in them. You expected them, like, there was a commitment here in some way, shape, or form, and it was a higher level of commitment. You might have walked away from, like, there was a choice and you chose them, and it was solid. It was a solid choice. But they were not solid. They were full of it, you know? Like, it wasn't good. And now you're stuck in that energy to an extent. I feel like I'm like, this card speaks about, like, you're tied up, you're trapped in that, you're not allowing yourself to see something clearly. But my feeling, my interpretation is you've healed from that energy. You've gotten over that person, place, or thing, whatever it is for you. But there might be element, like, you might still find yourself thinking about this person, place, or thing memory. You might be doing something and find yourself, like, have a song come on and you have a sudden flashback or something, whatever it is for you. There's an energy. Oh, sorry guys. There's an energy of, like, really, you learned something and you grew from a hurt, from a disappointment, like a harsh reality, a harsh truth, a harsh injustice. But you turn it into your greater good. You turn it into a lesson for you. And this is something, like, you will never forget this lesson. You know this to be true. But you're still, like, stuck in the thought of it. You're still, like, for some of you, you still wonder about this person. For some of you, you wonder if something is possible. You might be stuck in those negative energies of, like, I'm never going to give myself to a person. I'm never going to be open to a situation again. I'm never going to have something like that come in. There's something that you're not allowing yourself to see, but I don't feel like you haven't healed. I feel like you have healed. You've learned something, in fact. But there's still something there from this. There's still something there, from the hurt, from the disappointment, from the lie, from the unfaithfulness, from the cheating, from whatever this is. Somebody was lying. They were dishonest. They were untrustworthy. They hurt you because of their actions, because of something they said, because of their untrustworthiness, because they're POS, because they weren't on your team when they were supposed to be on your team, because they weren't who they were supposed to be. They didn't stand in their power the right way, the right time, however. They failed you. They failed the connection. And so, like, a piece of that, we're going to move on from this. A piece of that still stays with you, right? A piece of that is, like, there's an element of wanting to go back and revisit that and fix it. And, like, maybe, oh my God, sorry guys. Spirit's, like, really, like, on me right now. Whew. There's an element of really wanting to go back and, like, have this corrected. Like, there's thoughts that you still think about this, whether it's a connection, like the possibility of what happened when. There's something in regards to the hurt, the disappointment, the crap that is still kind of cycles within your thoughts, within your, like, I got to be on guard. I got to be on defense. I got to be prepared for what if, when, like, kind of like strategizing, analyzing. And, but I feel like you've healed, like, and I don't know how to explain it, Gemini, because obviously if you're in those energies of, like, I got to be on defense and, like, trapped in your thoughts for what if, like, oh shit. Whew. You've healed from whatever that connection was, but there's an element of you, like, you remember, you can't, this never escapes your mind, right? This never leaves your thoughts. This person, place, or thing, whatever this is for you, take it as it resonates. You are on guard. You don't want this to happen again. You remember when you might be doing dishes or grocery shopping or driving down the street. You're doing something and you get these thoughts. I feel like they're intrusive thoughts about this person, place, or thing, experience, memory, whatever it is for you. And it's like, it gets you stuck in these cycles. And then you kind of go back out and you're like, no, I've healed, I'm good. And you kind of like correct that energy and you're good and you're like on board again. And then I feel like it's like whiplash from time to time. Yes, yes, thank you. Yes, always in the mind, right? But I feel like you like, but you're creating, right? Okay, I'm okay. Now we're going to go to the next deck, right? Okay. And then we're going to come back to this one. It's really hilarious, guys. I can't wait for you guys to see it. Okay. And we're going to pull a bunch of cards. So I hope you guys are comfy. So like, even though you're thinking, right, you're stuck in your thoughts, you're mentally, you're like all in your thoughts, but you're creating. And Spirit wants me to remind you guys, there's moments. We're always creating in every moment. Like this second right now, this is your power. What you're doing in this second creates your next moments. So make sure that when you're thinking, it's positive. And when you find yourself having negative thoughts, or you remember when it was good with a memory, an experience, and then you don't have that person, place, or thing, whatever it is anymore, and you get like tied up, or like it didn't work out the way you thought, whatever it is for you. Don't allow yourself to do that. Like intentionally revert your thoughts. Like I have to think better. Go over your gratitude list. Like, because you're always manifesting, Gemini. You're a freaking creator. Amen. Like come at me right or don't come at me at all. That's right, Christy. Agree with you 100%. So you're manifesting and you're creating right now, right? But you're in your thoughts from time to time. And you try not to be, but you kind of like, it goes back and forth, right? We're Gemini. We go back and forth. We're always creating, but we're always in our thoughts. We're always, right? Okay. So let's talk about what we don't know. What don't we know? Okay. You have the Knight of Swords. So there's a truth, there's a clarity, there's a conversation. You're not going to know this is going to come in, right? Yes, pop up. They just catch you off guard, right? And that could be what this speaks about too. This Knight of Swords, like this is words, these are thoughts, this is mental energy, this is like communication energy. Like this just comes up and you don't know what to do with it. You don't know how to get it to stop. You don't know. And I feel like it's the cycles, right? There's moments where you like fully allow it to like overtake you and like fully like you don't know that it's catching you off guard. So you're sitting in that energy being caught off guard. And then it goes into this energy of like, shit, I'm thinking about this person, place, or thing. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. And so it goes back into this new cycle of like, okay, I need to come out of that energy of like fully allowing that to like overtake me and then come back out of it, right? So the Gemini that I'm reading for, there's somebody in your past and you have a connection for them. I don't feel like this person is around. I don't feel like you have spoken with them for a while. For some of you, no, this isn't somebody that is in your current energy. It might be. We're going to read some more cards. I feel like this is somebody that's not in your current energy because you don't like the fact that you think about him. It catches you off guard. It's like for some of you, you might have a spouse that you're arguing with, and it could be that. So you're not really talking to them. But for most of the people, I feel like it's somebody from your past that you think about and it kind of catches you off guard. Sorry, guys, my freaking nose ring keeps twisting because I keep itching my nose. It's itchy. Spirit won't leave me alone. So anyways, so this catches you off guard, right? This Knight of Swords. And then the Queen of Swords came after the Knight. So you like there's something I don't know how to say. There's an energy, you're processing something, right? You don't know if something's true or not. You don't know if you can trust it or not. You don't know. There's like new thoughts, new ideas, new things for you. And you don't know if like it's new, right? So you don't know if you can trust it. But all you can do is be yourself and trust your spirit, trust your intuition. For some of you, this is going to be a person that wants to talk to you. For some of you, this is an idea. These are ideas you're having. These are like, move forward in this way. And you're like, really, should I do that? Is that a good, wise decision? Is that a good business decision? And you don't know. You don't know how you want to do things, but you're trying to manifest and create something. Like, just like she's got her sword, she's got a butterfly right there. Like, oh, girl is trying to create something and she's on guard too. I will cut you if I need to, but I'm over here trying to be happy and create something. But I'll cut you if I have to, right? It's as serious as it needs to be. And then we have the sun to end this, right? All of her butterflies, that one butterfly, like really took off and like flew into the sun. You see the sun behind her? Like, old girl is busy creating and manifesting. And it, like, she did that shit. Like, it came to be. And then the part that got me about this deck was like, okay, the moon's on the top and the sun's on the bottom. So again, we have opposition, equal, perfect opposition. We have the sun and the moon. Again, a perfect pair, a perfect team, right? A power couple, right? So I feel like Gemini, I don't know if this is you having this with somebody else, or you like really balancing those inner twins and getting like your thoughts, emotions, and your actions in line with everything that you're creating, because you're doing it. There's like, things are lining up, right? You have the empress and the emperor. You have the sun and the moon. Like, I don't know how you're doing what you're doing, Gemini. I don't know. But you're fucking doing that shit. I love it. Like, this makes me so happy for you. I'm like so excited. Like, 2023 is going to be really good for you. For some of you, this might be like, this is a person. There's going to be a lot of people too acknowledging you and your power and your authority. Guys, give me a second. I got to get my water. My throat is really dry and I'm fighting some sort of stuff. If you don't got the patience, my bad. I'm sorry. I appreciate your time. But I got to be right back. Sorry. Thank you. Appreciate you. So that's the thing. I love doing lives because I can, like, I like doing that energy. Right? Thank you. Get some water, Sandy. Yeah, see? Yes. Make sure you guys are staying hydrated. So I feel like there's something you're trying to create, right? And there's like a lot of, I feel like you're just going with the flow. I'm liking this energy. I feel like there's something that's perfectly in balance for you. Again, I don't know if it's a person. I don't know if this is you within you. There's like, sorry, I'm pretty sure I got carpal tunnel or something. I don't know. But, oh shit. Okay, look, guys, look at the colors now, right? Sorry. However you put it, it's gonna be like, there's gonna be sun, there's gonna be light, there's gonna be joy, there's gonna be abundance coming in for you, right? I feel like you're going from the darkness, the gloom, all the like, I don't know, to I can see, I have clarity, I have truth. I don't know, but I know spirit tells me. I know that I can trust my guide. Like, I love this energy for you, Gemini. And you're just manifesting and creating and just like, you're going with the flow. You're trusting your intuition. I love this energy for you. For some of you, if you are single, somebody has their eye on you and you don't even know it. Like, you're just oblivious to the fact because you're creating. You're trying to do you. Like, I feel like, ooh, the Gemini. Oh, okay, sorry. The Gemini that I'm reading for, I'm getting this energy. Oh my goodness. I'm getting this energy of like, you were a little kid, right? You were a little kid who didn't get the full attention, the full effect. Like, basically you were a baby who was starved, and you didn't get the full nutrition, you didn't get the full love, you didn't get the full attention, the full experiences, everything that you could have had that would have allowed you to have the like to be everything you could have would have been, like everything to have a good life. That was not you. You had to work hard from like a young age, from a child. I feel like for most of you, like life was not easy, but you learned a lot for it. I feel like you can appreciate your struggles now. And I feel like now you've stepped into yourself. You stepped into like all those experiences. You're grateful that for those now, because those led you to you. And I felt like you've learned that lesson now. You wouldn't have been you without the, oh my gosh, Gemini. Without all those times that you cried yourself to sleep, without all those disappointments, without those times that you sat there and you were there for other people and they weren't there for you, when you didn't receive reciprocity, when you sat there and extended yourself for somebody else and they wouldn't even pick up the phone to say anything to you when you needed them. I felt like you constantly felt yourself in a situation that you had to find self-healing. You had to find, like, that other twin had to go find that other twin. There was nobody but you and you to come and get you in spirit. That's all you had. And I feel like you've learned those lessons. You progressed from that. And I feel like there's an energy now, like you've learned you've healed those disappointments for majority of you. I feel like you've gone through a big growth. Like I felt like you've went through like the hard lessons and those hard experiences. And now you value those hard times because you know the lesson from it. There's a awareness, there's a knowledge, there's a sense of strength that was developed because of the BS that you experienced and endured, right? So I felt like you're going on to this next phase now where you're like fully immersed in you. Like, I like being me, and that's all I see right now is just me in my little box. Meanwhile, on center stage over here, or center right, whatever it is, the next screen, there's like a whole freaking manifestation that's going on that you don't even know. And I feel like it's going to catch you off guard, but you're going to be like super excited, but you're going to be questioning it at the same time. Like some of you, you're going to look at it like, what the fuck? Like, WTF? Like, what is that? You're going to forget you even created it. And you're going to have this sudden epiphany. For some of you, you guys are going to have sudden epiphanies about a person, place, or thing, whatever it is for you. And when you have this enlightenment, expect a lot of like quick growth. We have the Chariot. I don't know where it is right now. Right here. And you also had the King of Swords. So there's going to be some quick development as soon as you have like this epiphany. Like once you have that, like something's going to, like, girl, boy, friend, let me tell you, Gemini. You think that you've learned and you've like gotten to, like, things have gone fast and you don't even know, like you have gotten to a whole nother tier. Like you were in a whole nother level. You were in a new bracket. I heard you're in a new bracket. For some of you, you're in a new tax bracket. Damn. Yes, please. And thank you. I like this energy for you. So you're over here creating, right? And you're in your own little zone. And you're sitting there thinking about like, what is it? What do I want to do next? And you keep on having these thoughts about this person, place, or thing. But you're not letting that distract you. You're creating, you're manifesting, you're being in the moment. You're here and now. What do I need to do now? What am I doing now? Amen. That's always the only thing you can trust. And never give your power away to a reader, anyone, or anything else. Like when somebody says something, a lot of times people try to trick you. Like, oh, I didn't say that. I didn't do that. But your intuition will tell you something else. And never let somebody else have the power or the benefit of the doubt over your own intuition. A lot of times I feel like as Gemini, you know what you know because you know what you know. And like, because you care for somebody else or you feel bad for them, somebody else will they'll try to get over on you. And because you care about them, you'll give them the benefit of the doubt. You'll let them walk you in a circle, knowing damn well you already know they're walking you in a circle and they don't know that you know. I feel like there's like these like somersaults and mental tricks that go on a regular basis. And I feel like we play, like, I feel like it's kind of cat and mouse in a way. I feel like Gemini, a lot of the times we're a cat and our people in our environment don't know, not necessarily that we want to eat them, but like we play with them. Like we're not as dumb as people want us to be. We're not as like, whatever it is for you, take it as it resonates. But I feel like we play the game a lot at the time. And I feel like we're not doing that anymore. We're coming out in our area, be like, no, I know you're trying to play me and I'm not playing. Like, I'm not up for that game. I know those rules and you're not playing fair. Like, there's like this whole different thing, right? You're on a whole nother level. Okay, now we're going to go on to this next area. So now we have the 7. I'm excited again. Like this just growth, right? Tiers, brackets, like the next tax bracket. So the 7 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Cups. So what this speaks to me is first and foremost, I want to do the numbers, right? So, and it goes in a perfect order too. It goes 7, 8, and 9. Right? This speaks of perfect sequence, perfect transition, perfect progression, right? And 9 is the final one before the final completion, right? The final, like, ta-da, everything's done, success. 7. So it's evaluating. We're looking at things now, like, what do we need to add to it? What needs to be removed? Like, we're making those final tweaks. There's something that kind of, I feel like we allowed something back in, there was something that was allowed, and now we're kind of like, was that the good idea? Like, what's going to happen from that? Like, there's something that you did or allowed or something, and now you're watching it. You're kind of trying to see, like, what's the next ingredient? What's the next trick? What's the next move? What's the next strategy? What's the next step after this, right? What's the next step after this? What's the next step? The next, I don't know. I hope that makes sense to you guys. Like, what's the next, like, it's like steps, the next ladder. I'm going to move on because I'm sure you're Gemini. You know what I'm saying. Other signs, I feel like I have to repeat it a million times because, like, but anyways. So after you, like, evaluated it, you know what you need to do. Like, because you're Gemini, right? You get those downloads. Like, you just ask the question and Spirit tells you most of the time. If you trust yourself, if you trust your connection with Spirit, you get those downloads and you run with it. Tell me what to do and I'm on it. And you do it and you get your wish fulfillment. Like, you're like, there's something you're currently evaluating. Spirit wants to talk about these right now. There's an energy of, like, you keep on going over something. You keep redoing something. You keep allowing something to circulate. And you just keep making little tweaks. But I feel like they're, like, for some of you, you need to, like, just change your recipe altogether, Gemini. Like, accept the fact, like, that is not going to, like, you can't save your dough. For some of you, you need to start all over. For some of you, like, there's just a different way to do it, a different approach. There's some of you need to clean something. Like, clean it up a little bit. And then that'll be, like, the final thing that you need to do. For some of you, like, you just need to nourish yourself. There's some sort of sense of nourishment that's been there, but you haven't noticed it. And once you notice it, that's going to be your, like, ignition, your flight. Okay. Bear with me, okay? My shenanigans. Earlier today, I was, and don't ask me why, because it was so random, right? I was just in the kitchen and I started thinking about Rapunzel and how he would spin straw to gold for her. and that he's going to take her kid, her firstborn, if she didn't tell him his name, right? Say my name. And it's like right now, that it was funny that today that just came into my mind, and I don't know why. That, like, I hadn't seen that anytime recently. Some of you might have had that. See? Thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate you guys being on here. But this reminded me of that. Like, it looks like she's spinning straw into gold. I don't know why. That just like triggered my mind right now. And I feel like, and then like that might be your wish fulfillment. There's something you're doing, right? You're spinning straw into gold or something. For some of you, like you're okay. So you know how in that movie she's like, she doesn't know his name, and who the hell's gonna guess Rumpelstiltskin? Like, that's not a name, right? But she can't go out and about and send. So she sends somebody, right? She sends her people to go listen. And because he's fucking arrogant and he's like, da, 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 she's never going to learn my name, right? Because he's full of himself. He's like singing what his name is. And because of his stupid stuff, he like says his name. And then her person, because she was intuitive enough to send her person, and her person was intuitive enough to be in that right area at that right time. And Dummy was, he had his own intuition too, even though it didn't benefit him. He still followed his intuition, right? He naturally was singing his song and like da da da. So everything played in accordance, right? 7, 8, and 9. Everything played how it was supposed to play. I feel like everything for you, Gemini, has been playing how it's supposed to play. The hard things, the easy things, the lessons, the you observing people observing you. Like, okay, so another trigger warning, okay? For some of you, there has been harsh lessons. People that you really, really cared about, genuinely cared about, would have did anything for them, died for them, whatever you needed to do to make sure that they were okay. I felt like they did something. They hurt you. They were not truthful. They were not fair. They were not how they needed to be. They did something, right? And you try to trust them, but that memory, that experience, it's still in the back of your mind. Somehow it plays somewhere. And I feel like you're trying to like move on and act like it didn't happen. You're trying to distract yourself and just like keep on going. You're trying to do the next best thing that you can in this moment. And I feel like Spirit's going to start, like, if you're not seeing the like positive progression yet, I feel like you just have to continue. Like, don't give up like seconds before you win. Like, how is it? Like some of you are like right there at the edge of success. Like there's something like you're so close. Like you might be on step 7. And once you get to 9, like it's just free selling. It's like, it's chill after that. Like you get your wish fulfillment. Everything's going to be lined up. Like it's going to be balanced. It's going to be fair. It's going to be good for you. And you just got to like keep working, keep on working, keep encouraging yourself, keep on motivating yourself till you can get there. Because I promise, Gemini, you're going to get there. I feel like you're motivated most of the time, but I feel like there's moments like where you're stuck in your thoughts, right? Where you sit there like, I'm hold on. It's a lot of chords. I'm creating and I'm manifesting, I'm building, but these thoughts keep on freaking coming over and they kind of invade at times, but I'm still trying to work. I'm still trying to stay like focused on the task at hand. Spirit's advising you to keep doing that. Like for some of you, you need to allow those thoughts to go. Sorry. For some of you, you need to allow those thoughts to come. You need to see what it is. Like, look what it is that keeps coming to you and why. If you keep thinking about a person, why? If you keep thinking about a memory, why? There's an experience. There's a lesson. There's something that you have to allow it to experience. Sorry. You have to allow the experience or the memory or whatever it is for you to like go through that feeling, go through that thought. So that way it can pass instead of constantly like snipping it off and like dismissing it, allow it to process through. So that way, you know what you need to work at. You know what you need to work towards. Maybe once this thought can finally fully process through, maybe that's all it needs to do for you to be able to, like, maybe that's all the work it is. Maybe that's all it is for you, is just allowing it to be. And then you're going to have your wish fulfillment. You're going to have your clarity. You're going to have your truth. You're going to go from I don't know to I know exactly what the heck. I've been creating. I am a manifester. I had one and I turned it into many. I have babies now. I have like grandparents now. I have like the whole family unit. I have manifested this because of a dream, because of a thought I had, because of an idea, because I was finally willing to speak and acknowledge my truth, because I was finally willing and able to love myself and nurture myself and be kind enough to myself, the parts of me that I didn't like, the parts of me I didn't understand. I was willing and able to sit through that energy, and it brought me great success. It brought me, hold on. I'm on the wrong cards. It brought me my wish fulfillment, right? It brought me my victory. It brought me my joy, my clarity, my truth, my whatever it is for you. For some of you, you just want to go to the beach. For some of you, you want to own your business. For some of you, you want a family. Whatever it is for you, whatever makes you feel emotionally involved and content and just like everything's right in the world, that's coming towards you, Gemini. You just got to go through the process. 7, 8, and 9, right? There's a natural flow. Nobody's immune, as you know. Nobody's immune to the trials and tribulations of life. There's an order, a natural order in things. And I was doing a Virgo video the other day, and I don't know if I offended somebody, and I hope not, but it is what it is. And if it's offensive, there's a message in that somebody needs to review. But my message was this. I feel like the difference between a Gemini and a Virgo, because I have both of them in my chart. And for me personally, Gemini is my sun and Virgo is my rising. And those are opposition. And for me, having opposition as like who I am and who I should be to the world was like the WTF, you know, I'm set up for failure. But God doesn't make mistakes, in my personal beliefs. I'm more spiritual than religious, and everybody has their own religion or not, whatever it is for you. I don't judge. Cool. Don't judge. But for me, I was like, I don't feel like I was set up for failure. I felt like I was, but I don't feel like I was, because like there was a lesson in there for me, right? Geminis, we talk, we fix things, we like to know things. Virgo, they want to know the rules and they stick to the rules, and they feel like they were good if they did what they were supposed to do, how they were supposed to do it. Gemini, we know that there's rules, boundaries, and borders, and sometimes they can be bent. Sometimes they're meant to be followed and they're stern, and that's what it is. But sometimes you can bend it. Sometimes you can just go out of the box a little bit. Sometimes it's okay to do things differently. We can see both sides. We see different angles. I feel like we're more comfortable than any other sign on opposition because we live opposition. It's within us. So I feel like there's this energy of like, you became more comfortable within yourself. There's a lesson of you just need to allow it to be finally. Like, stop fighting something. There's something you've still been fighting because you don't want to think about it. You don't want to experience it. You don't want to feel it. Whatever it is for you. For some of you, I feel like you might have made a decision and I'm not talking about past either. I'm talking about recently. You might have made a decision and it didn't work out the way you thought it would. And now you have to be like, reevaluate it, redo something. But I feel like you're like kind of disappointed within that for some of you. Like I thought I learned my lesson, but you did, Gemini. Like, how do you say? Sometimes just because we have to go back and learn a lesson doesn't mean that we didn't learn any of the pieces of that lesson. Sometimes, like, okay, if we were in school, sometimes like it was a hard subject and we had a lot going on and it was hard to focus and we didn't want to focus, and for a lot of different reasons because we're Gemini, we just didn't get the best grade. So we might have got a 69 on the test. Haha, hilarious. Keep your mind out the gutter, guys. So we might have got a 69 on the test instead of like a 71 or something. So we didn't pass, and now we got to take the test again. That doesn't mean that all of those things that we learned to got us to that 69, it doesn't mean we don't know those anymore. It doesn't mean we're gonna like basically like start all over from scratch and not know anything. We still know those points, but there's still a little bit more, just a little bit more. We got to go back and clear up and just a little bit more review, right? And I feel like once you do that and you get that final direction of like, oh, okay, that's what I'm supposed to do. Once you get that and you do it, I feel like that's when everything really starts to align. And I feel like this time it's going to stick. I feel like there's been a lot of back and forth, like a little bit of forward movement, and then it stopped or paused or reversed at times. But I feel like for once, Gemini, once you feel like this alignment, once it feels like, okay, the next obvious step is just naturally aligning. It's naturally going from 7 to 8. And I'm just naturally finding myself here. I didn't focus on it. I didn't force it. I just lived that moment. And I naturally went from 7 to 8. I naturally found myself finding the idea and deciding what to do, and it naturally coming to me and naturally go ahead and lining things up for what I was inspired to do. And I finally, oh, wow, I can't believe I'm here already. I remember when I was just planning this, I felt like just yesterday I was just planning it. And somewhere between that connection, you're going to realize of like how you're able to create, how nurturing you are, how strong you are, how I heard elastic, like elastic girl, right? Like you can get bent out of shape. You can get twisted and knotted, and people can like freaking do the most to you. But at the end of the day, just dust it off and like bring your parts back in, right? Like retract your energy. Like whatever it is for you, take it as it resonates. But I feel like once you see that life is just naturally lining up and you're finding yourself just naturally doing the next best thing that feels good and things are just naturally flowing, you're going to be like quickly experiencing a lot of wish fulfillment. Oh shit, guys, we are already in here for an hour and I haven't even done our Celtic cross. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, the cards that fell out. And right now, I just noticed the High Priestess was still sitting out and we haven't gone over this yet. But I feel like we actually kind of have several times. We're Gemini. Our intuition tells us, spirit tells us, like the next thing that you need to do, Gemini, you already know. And if you don't, do what you feel. Like if something tells you to go to the grocery store right now, go to the grocery store. That's the next best thing. Do what your intuition tells you. Who was it? Somebody was saying that earlier in the comments. Let me see. Somebody was saying that specifically, that to always follow your intuition. Hold on, I got to find them because I got to give that credit. Give credit where credit is due. See, y'all are in, you guys, you have an intuition. You guys be reading cards and be psychic too. Be telling us before we even come up to it. I don't know. I can't find it. I'm sorry, but somebody said it in the comments. And it's so true. Always follow your intuition. Always, always, always follow your intuition. I'm a strong believer in that. And I'm always going to be. Every time I follow my intuition, it's been good. It's led me to the things I needed to do. And it's protected me from things. Every time I dismissed my intuition or gave somebody else the benefit of the doubt, I looked a fool. I was embarrassed or I was hurt. And it was not good for me. So always follow your intuition. Again, a lot of unknown. So because that's the unknown card, it's naturally connected to the moon card, which we had in your reading. There's unknown factors, but she's holding everything. Like she's creating. This is also magician energy as well, which is Gemini energy. We are the manifestors. We are the creators. We have the power. We have the intuition, right? Your intuition in it like that, like for me, but like for me, like your intuition tells you and you just have to ask it. You just have to lean on your intuition. Like spirit, Hey, spirit. And like spirit's right there. I feel like there's a, okay, hold on. There's a divine, there's a connection between you and the divine, you and spirit, you and like the next realm. Because like you have to tie into it. And I feel like it's easier for you. I feel like it's quick for you as well. You just have to tie into spirit, and you have to relax your energy and allow that in. But I feel like you if you don't, you should, and you should like work on like work on like if you lose something, like ask spirit where is it at, and see where you get guided to, and see if you find it. And the more you do that, and the more that you can trust spirit, the more you will trust spirit in those ways. It's okay. Like I was thinking about this actually the other day. For those of you that this resonates, this isn't for everybody, but there's an area where you're not supposed to trust, you're not supposed to test spirit. But for me, there was this thing that like it's okay to ask questions, right? You can't like you're not supposed to doubt, and like you're not supposed to test spirit, from what I was always told when I was a kid. But like, how can that be true? If I can't ask you questions, how can I know that I can trust you? If I can't be in a bad position and you're supposed to be my friend, and I can't ask you for help when you know everything and you can't give me no information, how are we friends? How is that a real connection? And me personally, again, like I said, I'm spiritual more than religious. I don't believe that I have to go to a building to make my connection with spirit. I know that spirit lives within me, and I have that energy. All of us do. All of us can connect to that energy. So if my intuition is telling me something and I need to follow it, there's like this energy of like, you know something, or you did know something and you didn't fully trust it. You kind of like gave your power to other people in a way. And I feel like you're finding yourself again. And I feel like you're like coming back to yourself, that I felt like you have powers that you don't even like, you haven't fully expressed or realized yet. There's like energies within you that hold on, I need more water. There's energies within you, Gemini. You're supposed to feel loved. You're supposed, and I don't know, I think this was, I forget whose reading this was, but like you're supposed to feel love. You're not supposed to hear about it or see it or know it from somebody else's experience or a movie or a book. These are feelings that you're supposed to know and be able to communicate because you experienced it yourself, right? Hold on. Sorry, guys. So there's this energy of like, you're trying to manifest and create something. You're also on guard about something. But it felt like you're kind of open at the same time. Like, there's an energy of like, we can be friends, but I have my borders up. So, like how do you say? Okay, it's basically like, yes, I'll meet you for lunch, but I'm only gonna have a salad. I'm not gonna have a full meal. But then you like get there and you start with your salad, and then you just naturally start talking, right? And then you decide you're gonna go ahead and order some food because you're in the moment and you're just living the moment and you're comfortable with the moment. Now we have the Two of Cups. We go from the High Priestess, the unknown card, to the Ace of Cups, to the Two of Cups. So I felt like there's like an energy of like, you're going to be on defense about like a connection, a love offer, a love opportunity. But there's also an energy of like, you're kind of open to it at the same time, but you're not. But you are, but you're not. I don't know how to explain it to you. I don't know if this is this person, whatever this is for you, person, place, or thing. There's something that you have an emotional excitement and investment and openness to, but you kind of like act like you don't, but you do, but you kind of don't at the same time. It's like, it's very gentle, delicate ground, right? But it's naturally feeds your soul. Like you see that moon in the background again? It naturally, there's something where it naturally connects and vibes to you authentically, person, place, or thing. I don't know if this is music, this can be like food. This is something that speaks to you. It makes you happy, Gemini. And you feel inspired when you like you get a lot of ideas, you get a lot of communication, a lot of, like, for some of you, this might be a person, and there's going to be a lot of communication, a lot of, like, you guys are going to like the same things. You guys are going to be into the same kind of things. You guys are going to like to do the same kind of things. There's a lot of energy of like unknowingness. You guys are going to like to get to know each other. You're going to like what you learn. I feel like your person, you are going to excite your person. Your person's going to excite you, but you guys are going to inspire, and like you guys are going to be like lucky to each other. Like you guys are going to like, I feel like you guys are going to play off each other's intuition. There's going to be a lot of communication. Somebody might ask you like to like choose them or move with them. There's a decision for you to make. Okay, hold on. Let me reverse. So you have the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Three of Cups, the Four of Cups, and the Three of Wands. So don't shoot the messenger, Gemini. I felt like there's this energy of like you kind of have the door open a little bit, but not really. It's kind of like you're standing on guard, like kind of like keeping it blocked, but you're standing at the door nonetheless. And I feel like you're like somebody's going to catch your attention. There's going to be a conversation that's sparked up. There's like some sort of awareness about something. And you guys are going to like, there's a decision had, some sort of knowledge, communication. Somebody's going to choose something, have to choose something, have to agree. For some of you, somebody's going to have to agree. For some of you, I feel like somebody wants to date you and they're just going to flat out ask you instead of like sugarcoating it. And I feel like you're going to be like kind of like giggly and like kind of try to act like you're not interested, but I feel like you're very interested. I feel like this is somebody you've waited for. You've been waiting. You see how it's like, it's a new cycle. Like you want to have a full cycle, a whole experience, a new experience. But it's been, for some of you, this is somebody who like, it didn't work out or it didn't come to fruition. But for some of you, this is going to be a whole new person that like you waited for them to come in. And this is going to be somebody who like, where you might have felt discouraged, disappointed, felt like you weren't approved, feeling like you weren't worthy. I feel like this person's going to like fix that. Like it's going to be a 180 from what you were used to. And it's going to be an easy decision on like the forward movement, on to choose this person or not, on to say yes or not, on if you're going to move in with them or not, on whatever this is for you. There's some sort of forward movement, a decision to make. There's some sort of like celebration being had because of a choice, because of a decision. And I feel like you go from being sad and disappointed into this energy, or you're feeling hopeful. You're feeling, oh my God. There's this energy of like, this person is going to make you feel whole and happy and like joyful and celebrated, instead of what you're used to of feeling empty and feeling like you got like just a little piece, like crumbs, like, right? You got breadcrumbs and you're not satisfied with it, right? This person's going to be night and day for you. Like they're going to stand out above the rest. And this is somebody that you've waited for, or like the type of person that you waited for. This is something that you've waited for. Right? Let's see. I'm just telling you, Gemini, like the cards that we were getting, like the last cards that I just put away, with that transition of having like a sliver of a moon to having a full moon, like I feel like you're going to be caught off guard by your emotions. Like your emotions are going to quickly go from like opposition, right? It's going to be empty. And then all of a sudden full, like overflowing, like super excited, super energized, super motivated, super inspired and passionate. Oh, Gemini, I like this for you. And this is going to be a person that's good for you, right? It's going to be a natural fit for you. It's going to be the natural progression. This is going to be somebody who's healthy and balanced for you. I feel like just like you've healed, so have they. Hold on, guys. Let's get some. We're going to pull this a couple of times because there's a couple of groups, I'm sure. A couple groups, yeah. We're going to see what your person's energy is and what your energy is when they come in, okay? This is going to be Gemini's energy. Final shuffle. Gemini's energy. You have codependency, addictions, or hold on. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. I can't read. So I felt like there's an energy here. Like you might be fearing this. You might be like I feel like, because I said when your person comes in, right? When that person that's like your emperor to your empress, whether you're male or female, take it as it resonates. Your greater half, the person that's going to be the power couple to you, you pulled codependency as your first card. So I feel like you're going to be on guard for that energy. There's going to be something within you that feels like naturally, like quickly connected and tied to this person. And that's going to trigger something within you to be like, oh shit, is this healthy? Is this okay? What's happening? What's happening? I heard that. What's happening? There's like sirens going off within you. What's happening? But there's something of like, you're settled within it too. Like you're caught off guard by not, like you're comfortable with it and that catches you off guard. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Oh, and then you deserve love. You are lovable. So Gemini, see, like trust. Let's see what else comes out for you. But I feel like this person is going to be able to get you to let your guards down. You're going to be like, mother effer, if you are a shade of orange, I'm not playing with you. But this person's like, come on, I have my love arrow. I will get you. Oh, you see, look, like right now, I feel like there's like a stream, right? Like her dress and the stream of water right here. It looks like this person has to go on a journey to get you, right? They have to go like coax you into come on to this mission with me, Gemini. I'm not going to let you fall into the water. I'm not going to make you look a fool again. Like it's going to be okay. Take my hand. We're going to be good. There's this energy of like, they have to like coax you into it, right? Male or female, you want them to like show me when I want my first step. I want to feel solid. And if I trust you to even think about taking another step, show me that that's solid. And I feel like it goes that way. It's one at a time. It's the next, it's the next sequential thing, right? It's the next thing that makes sense. It's the next transition, right? So I feel like it's going to go like this person is going to naturally line up. And how this person is going to naturally line up and balance to your triggers. That's cool. So you're high tide, you're rushing waters. Most people, I feel like most people feel threatened by it and they feel like it's crazy and da-da-da. This person is not. This person is going to like, I don't feel like they're going to like coddle you, but I feel like they're going to want to understand it. They're going to want to like, what's the path? Like, how did I land on this landmine and how do I avoid it in the future? They're going to be, they're going to want to understand your confusing and like harsh emotions, your, the things that trigger you, that make you feel out of balance, that make you feel confused. They're going to want to understand that transition within you so they can like kind of not tread lightly, but help you like kind of get to that next transition, right? The next step forward. Christy, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I love my Gemini team. You guys are my favorite by far. Yes, Christy is the one that said that. Always use your intuition. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Tom Andrea. Sorry. Oh, I butchered that. I'm sorry. I'm starting to get tongue-tied too, so that didn't help. Andrea. I'm sorry. Thank you. Appreciate you so much. Let's see what else. So I feel like you're also starting to realize that too, though. I feel like you know where you've been isn't where you're going. I feel like you've kind of settled in the emotions within you that are really like toxic at times. You're not perfect, nobody is, but I feel like you're balancing that, you're understanding that, and you're starting to like step forward and like allow. I keep hearing the next transition, the next natural step forward, the next progression, like 7, 8, 9, the next natural step. Okay, then you have honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together, and then children. Your love life is being affected by children. So I'm getting a couple things from this again. So there's an energy of like, for some of you, you might have children, they might have children, you might have children together. Take that as that resonates. But I feel like this person is going to make you feel like a child, Gemini. They're going to like engage your playful self. They're going to be like mature and responsible and kind of help you feel balanced. But they're also going to help you to feel playful. Like you're not going to feel like you have to be boxed in and everything has to be structured and there's no playtime and everything has to be serious. There is time for fun. There is room for fun. And honeymoon. For some of you, I feel like you might get engaged fairly quickly. Others of you, I feel like there's like just this like, and then look at the moon in the background too. I feel like there's a lot of clarity that's going to come in. For some of you, I feel like you're going to be going on like in March. There's some sort of getaway or retreat. You might be even having a staycation or something. It doesn't have to be anything big. There's a sense of like just spending, it might be one-on-one time with yourself, but I'm getting like it might be like with a person, a new connection, an offer. Like somebody wants to go on multiple people definitely want to date you, but I don't feel like you're necessarily open for it yet. And keep in mind, Gemini, if you're like, oh, nobody is interested in me, keep in mind, if you are closed off, people who are interested won't even approach. So it might seem like or feel like people are interested, but I guarantee you people are. You have eyes on you. Somebody wants to have somebody wants to like communicate with you. Somebody wants to date you. Somebody wants to engage and interact with you. Bottom of the deck, you have release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Take that as that resonates. This might be the person in your past that keeps on infiltrating your thoughts. This might be your current ex. Take that as that resonates. There's some sort of energy, whether this person is still in your energy or not. It's just experiences, memories, thoughts, whatever it is. There's some sort of energy in your energy tied up to your ex. You need to let that go so you can move on. Let's see the person that is going to come in for Gemini, or the person that Gemini is currently with. Gemini's person's energy. One more shuffle. Two more shuffles. One more shuffle. Gemini's person's energy. You have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So your person wants to talk to you, Gemini. Somebody wants to talk to you. I feel like your person has been holding back a lot. Somebody is interested in you, might not have spoken it or said it yet. I feel like there's like a sense of like they've tried to keep up an ego, keep up a brave face. I feel like they're wanting to, I feel like they have defenses just like you do. And I feel like they're trying to let those down. They're trying to gauge you to know when they can let theirs down. Oh. Then you have this could be the one. You already met the romantic partner you seek. So this, for some of you, is somebody that you know. You've met them. They might be somebody that you work with. This is somebody who already, this person has an interest in you before you have one in them, for some of you. And then you have, okay, then you have new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So again, this could be a new person, but again, I'm getting like for some of you, this is somebody in your past, and they're wanting to start a new connection. But for some of you, this is a new person. For some of you, I'm getting that energy. There's multiple people wanting to date you. Gemini. Okay, we have opposition now, right? You had honeymoon. Your person has engagement. You get engaged, you get a wedding, and then you get your honeymoon, right? So I feel like it's like sequential steps, the next sequential step, the next forward movement, the next thing that makes sense. Take that as that resonates. So engagement, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Take it as it resonates. And then stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So I should probably wear my glasses. So I feel like your person's being a lot more optimistic than they might have. We're not done pulling their energy, Spirit said. Past life relationship. You have known each other before. Bottom of the deck is pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Okay, so your person feels like they already have a connection with you. Like there might be soul ties or a twin flame or like a soul connection. There's some sort of energy like you guys have known each other. You guys have experienced each other before. But there's some energy where, so I keep on, like lately I'm about red flags, right? And if it's the wrong shade of orange and it looks red, then like wave it, right? That's not okay. Question it. And with them having this at the bottom of their deck, I feel like there's things like they might have like kind of, I felt like they were paranoid at times. They waved the flag too soon, too quick. I feel like your person might have like fight or flight, and they're like flight risk. I feel like your person is like, I feel like they are heavily, they do commit, and they commit very strongly, but I feel like they, it takes a lot to like, for them to let their defenses down. And I feel like you have they have a special, how you say, there's like a soft area for you because you're different. They feel like you're their person. Like there's a soul connection, a soul tied to you. Like this is a person that, this isn't somebody who's cheated on you. This is somebody, if they are in your past and there hasn't been like the perfect connection and they did something that hurts you, it wasn't something that you feel like is unforgivable. It's something that it would need to be like communication and talk to resolve it, but it's not something that like it's fixable, basically. But I feel like this person is concerned, like they have concerns with red flags. Like I did things. I don't know how I would be received. I behaved in a way that I'm not proud of. I don't know how I'll be received. So your person hasn't initiated contact yet, but I feel like they know you're the one. They're wanting to have communication. They're wanting to have forward movement with you. They're wanting to reach out to you. See, Sasa? There's times it's important to put boundaries. So if you're not being respected, like you're going to care about the people you care about, and you do for a reason. You're pulled and drawn towards people for a reason. But sometimes it's a lesson for you more than a blessing for them. So keep that in mind, Gemini, and take it as it resonates. Don't shoot the messenger. I feel like sometimes we love until our heart bleeds, till the point we have gashes and gushes everywhere and we bled out. And the people we're bleeding for, they don't even care. They don't notice. They're just like on to the next. But we've learned our lesson. And this is not somebody who has that energy. This is somebody who they're cautious of appearing that way. They're cautious of causing you to have doubt. They're cautious of not coming across properly. They know that it's like, I want Gemini to see that I'm fully invested. I don't want them to see their past exes, their past experiences, their past whatever in me. I'm not who they were with before. I'm better than that. I'm bigger and better than that. All right, then. All right, let's see what else. Thank you, Spirit. What can you tell Gemini about this connection coming in? So again, I don't feel like this is somebody who's in a connection right now, guys, for whoever this reading is. If it is, you and your person are kind of like having a pause. I feel like you're kind of like, you're manifesting, right? I feel like you're single. If you're not, you got your head down, focus working. You're not like in a connection, if you're in a connection. If that makes sense, take it as it resonates. All right. So you have the Queen of Cups. All of these came in the reverse, guys. So you have the Queen of Cups, the Five of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. Hold on. I need to see what's at the bottom of the deck. Who are you saying this to? These new offers that are approaching, and I feel like that's your person. Like they're paying attention to the red flags. They're paying attention to the variations of orange. They want to know where the landmines are. They want to, like, they're trying to be portrayed in a good light. They don't want you to see them wrong. They want you to have, like, they want you to allow them to be who they are. They want you to allow the time to pass to get to know them. They don't want you to be on guard. They want you to just settle in to being in the moment and allow the connection to evolve naturally. But I feel like you're not. You're like on guard. You're busy creating, right? You're manifesting. You're creating. We had the Empress out. And even with the Nine of Cups, it was like she's creating. Like you're just manifesting and creating. So I was like, you have something to say, Gemini, and it's kind of harsh. I'm not going to lie. But I feel like it's truth. It's like I'm up for it. So anybody that comes in for you that wants to make these offers, you want it to be like solid or not. Like if you don't love me, if I can't trust, like I'm not going to be with somebody who doesn't love me and doesn't put into me and doesn't nurture the connection. I'm not going to be with somebody who doesn't invest. I'm not going to be with somebody who makes me sit there and question my thoughts. I'm not going to be with somebody who I can't trust. I'm not going to be with somebody who's not faithful and who's not reliable. I'm not going to be with somebody who doesn't understand me and my thoughts and my emotions. I'm not going to be with somebody I can't communicate with. I'm not going to be with somebody that I have to argue and think through and have to have these like mind somersaults and play these mental strategy games. I'm not going to be with somebody like that. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to fight. I'm not going to say harsh words. I'm not going to be mean. I'm not going to be cold and heartless in a situation. I'm just not going to be in it. If that's what it is, I'm not going to be in it. I'm not going to be in it. And you're comfortable with it. WTF, Gemini. Don't focus on what you don't want. Focus on what you do want. It's like I don't want to be like second guessing things. I don't want to be doubting my intuition. I don't want. Which is good. I'm glad you know what you don't want because that's how you know what you do want. But focus on what you do want instead of what you don't want, right? But it's good to know what you don't want. All right. Hold on. Spirit has like a little bit more messages in here, and then we're gonna do our cross. So I'm in Arizona right now. It's 12:29 my time. I'm be on here a little bit, so get comfortable if you guys want to stay. I feel like there's some more messages in here. So I'm not ready to go on to the cross yet, but I am gonna go on to the cross before I end the reading. Okay, we're ready to go. Hold on. All right. You have the 9. Actually, that makes me feel better. I thought it was the 9 of Pentacles, but it's actually the 3 of Pentacles and it's in the reverse. And I'm grateful that it's the 3 of Pentacles instead of the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse, because no. So this speaks of I'm not willing to create. I'm not willing to work together. I'm on my solo journey right now. I'm doing me right now. I'm not willing to work on this together. I'm doing me right now. New Jersey, hey, New Jersey. 2:30 a.m. Okay, some night birds. I like it. I feel like the best things happen at night. Like that's when we get our intuition. That's when we settle down and we could think instead of having like the stresses of the day and everything going on. But I feel like there's like this energy. There's this energy of like you're evaluating things and you don't want. You know what you don't want. I don't want. Gemini, you need to focus on what you do want. Like, what's your truth? Not everybody else's lies, not what I don't want. What do you want? Be truthful with yourself. Speak your truth, not everybody else's crap. Like, I know you don't want that. I know that's not what you're into. I know that that's not who you want to build with, but focus on what you do. I do want to be happy. I do want to say happy things. I do want to have nice people around me. I do want a nice, reliable car. I do want a job that I feel good in, or I don't want to have to work at all. I want to work from home. Whatever it is for you, these ideas, these thoughts, these motivations that spirits are providing you, like bring them into your, like allow them to come into fruition. Allow them to manifest. Like don't be focusing on what you don't want, what hasn't worked, what people have lied, people have set up, like shady tactics, things that people who like you created and manifested with somebody, and then you wish you didn't. Now you don't want to. But don't take that in your future. That's your past. It doesn't have to be your future. Like people are shitty and they're always going to show you your true colors. But that doesn't mean that there's not somebody else around the corner that's wanting to create and manifest with you. That's not like this person over here. They know that you have like, what's it called? Like there's lasers, there's freaking like sensors up. You're waiting for those red flags. Even the wrong shade of orange, you're on top of it. And they are knowing that. They're experiencing that. They are wanting to kind of like tread lightly. I want to know Gemini. I want to expand our relationship. I want to get to spend time together. So I'm not going to do anything stupid and shady. What have you been exposed to? So I know not to make jokes. So I know like that's a sensitive area. That's how you do your things. And that's off limits to us because I care about our connection. I feel like there's an energy of, I don't know if this is somebody new, somebody coming in, somebody existing. I don't know who this is, Gemini. But they're gentle. They're soft. They feel good. They feel grounded. They feel like home. They feel like your emperor to your empress. They feel like your other half. And this isn't somebody that you have to be on guard with. This isn't somebody who you have to, like, you can authentically be yourself and it'll be okay. Like this person, they care about you. They want to have a higher commitment and connection to you. They want to have these conversations, heart-to-heart conversations. They want to know, like, what have you been through? What have you experienced? They want to share with you. Like, they want to develop this deep connection. They feel like they've known you a previous life before. Then the 10 of Wands in the reverse. They don't want to cause burdens for you, Gemini. Whoever this person is that wants to come in, they want to come in. They want to come in, and they're not trying to cause burdens for you when they do. They want to come in. They care about the connection. They see it as their wish fulfillment too. This person wants to come in, but not to cause problems, not to make things difficult. I feel like somebody wants to help. Like, I don't feel like we're supposed to take these because they're all like, none of them are showing, but I'm nosy and I feel like they came out. No, okay. We're not going to look at them actually, guys. All of them are face down. But when I was flipping through here, I know something had flipped. I don't know. Okay, next you have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Kind of comes in the reverse. So this Wheel of Fortune being in the reverse, I feel like there's, for some of you, take it as it resonates. This is like a cycle, a new cycle that you haven't allowed to clear out. There's something that you haven't allowed to finish fully yet. I don't know what that is for everybody. It could be different. It could be your emotions. It could be a relationship. It could be an idea. Take it as it resonates. There's something that you haven't fully closed out, and it's preventing a new cycle from starting. All right. Shit. I have the Sun card and the Chariot. So Gemini, these are the only ones I'm going to look at. I just peeked. And the Sun card was out here earlier, and so was the Chariot earlier. So I feel like I'm just getting reminded. Spirit wants you to be confident. Like this forward movement, you know what to do. You need to do it like happily, skipping along, like joyfully, like whatever this forwarded movement is that you're motivated towards, that Spirit's telling you, like this direction, go this way, go that way. You're going to be super happy you did. And I feel like it's going to be like, it's going to be quick movement. There's going to be a lot of like quick progression, a lot of like forward movement, the natural progression, right? I keep getting that, the natural progression forward, development forward. You're going to be super happy, Gemini. Something's going to move fast and forward. There's going to be like some sort of like allowing, accepting. There's something that you're allowing yourself to know or feel. And I feel like you're going to be happy. It's going to allow like clarity, wish fulfillment to come in for some of you. All right. We're going to move on. Hold on. I'm going to put these away. And I feel like there's one more message in there. And then we're going to do our cross. This card was make the effort. Make the effort. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Follow your intuition. Spirit keeps wanting to say that. And then you deserve love. So that came out for you a couple of times too. So Gemini, I don't believe in coincidences. For some of you, you needed to hear that a couple of times because you're stubborn too. As much as you're smart and intuitive, you're stubborn. And you're lovable and you have great things in your future. And I feel like you need to trust in your intuition a little bit more. Like, okay, if you're a bird and you need to land somewhere, right? There's this analogy, and I love this analogy. I got it from, I want to say the Empress Tarot, but I could be wrong. I forget. I'm going to link her. I'll find her and link her. But basically, like if you're a bird and you're out flying and you need to land on a branch, which is basically love, right? And you go to land on this branch, but you're scared to land. So you just keep flying because you don't want the branch to break out underneath you. But at the same time, you forgot you're a bird. So if you do land and that branch is like unstable or of the wrong shade of orange, you could fly, you could bounce. You've learned your lessons. You know how to move forward from here. You know the next progression forward. If you treat me like shit and you disrespect me and you do like the things that are not okay with me and you cross my boundaries, borders, and walls, you got to go. And there's not second chances. You got to go. I care about myself more than I care about anyone, anything else. Spirit tells me, and I trust Spirit more than I trust anybody else, right? It's that kind of energy. You need to trust that your intuition is always going to be on point, Gemini. When Spirit tells you something, don't trust that person. You might not need to know all the details. You may or may not know the details, and it doesn't matter. If you get an intuition, if you get a spiritual ping, follow your intuition. It's for a reason. And I feel like you're getting into that energy now of where like you're starting to accept your feelings. You're accepting your flaws, which I feel like you're seeing more as gifts than flaws, than what they used to be, right? They used to be difficult things, burdens, and now they're benefits. I feel like you've just grown a lot. There's been a lot of progression and healing, natural forward movement. I like that, Gemini. Natural forward movement. I like that. So just like allow that natural forward movement. That's been like a big highlight of today's reading for March. Natural forward movement. So don't fight things. Like whatever the natural, the next best thing is, the natural forward movement for progression, do that. If somebody asks you on a date and it feels good, say yeah. See how it goes. What's the next step after that? Go with the flow, right? Don't put your blockers, barricades, and walls up because you remember when, or you got caught off guard by a thought that came in. Like, you own your power. Like, you have the ability to tell a thought, like, thank you, but no thank you. Come again next, or no. And I know it's not that easy. I know sometimes we find ourselves thinking about a person, place, or thing that we don't want to and we don't intend to. But when you will find yourself in those moments, intentionally tell yourself a joke. Intentionally think about something else. Intentionally think about 20 things if you have to. But intentionally change your focus. And the more you do that, the less you'll have to do that. I promise. Like, we have to get to that energy of like where we know what we're supposed to do, and we do what we're supposed to do. So this is our last message, and we're going to get into our cross. You got the Tower and the Hierophant. So very unexpected, very sudden, very like I was not expecting that at all. For some of you, this is going to be a knowledge. This is going to be you knowing and learning something. But most of you, this is a commitment. What's underneath? Four of Swords. And what's underneath? Okay. Very quick, very suddenly, there's going to be a conversation had that's going to allow somebody to get over the arguing, get over the difficulty, get over the mental conflict. You're going to be moving away from that difficult energy of like, I got confused. I found myself, like, for some of you, there's like arguments and you're walking away from those instead of feeding into those where you used to. But I felt like there's, for some of you, there's a connection that's coming back. And yes, I said back. Don't shoot the messenger. This could be a friend. It doesn't have to be a relationship, but I feel like it's a relationship. Or this might be like, this could be anybody. And either way, there's somebody that you had like an argument with, and there's going to be forward movement away from that. Things are going to be improving, and you're not going to expect it. It's going to be sudden. Things are going to improve quickly. And there's going to be like like for some of you, there's going to be like a conversation, a quick conversation, and you're going to know something. You're going to learn something that's going to help you to heal something that was like disappointing, like depleting for you emotionally. You're not going to expect this conversation. You're not going to expect this. Whatever this is for you, it's going to come in quick and unexpectedly, very suddenly. But Spirit's working on it. Spirit's been working on it behind the scenes. For some of you, this is your person. Your person's going to come in. And I feel like this offer is going to come fast. Like, there's going to be a quick engagement for whoever this is, or a quick commitment. And I feel like there's a healing. There's some sort of like, your person's going to help you to know something or release something and heal something. For some of you, this is a connection that's going to heal. And there's going to be like a new solid commitment in that connection. But I feel like you're going to be caught off guard and unexpecting this conversation, this clarity. Whatever this is for you, like, for some of you, somebody's going to apologize or something. Somebody's going to reach out to you, and you're not going to think like, I never would have thought that I would be like, I never would have thought like I had a fixed relationship with that person. I never would have thought that person and I are talking again or speaking again. are on good terms again. I never would have thought that person and I are like not arguing. We're on good terms again. So somebody you argue with and fight and have a difficult situation with, that they're going to approach you and it's going to catch you off guard. You're not going to expect it. You're not going to know how to react to it. But the whole point is to fix the relationship and have like a solid commitment, have a solid connection, heal or repair something, learn something deeper to heal something, whether it's individually or within the connection. But you're not going to expect it. You're not going to see it coming. All right, Gemini. All right, let's get one shuffle, two shuffles. All right, two shuffles. Sorry, one more shuffle. This will be our last shuffle. And we're going to do our cross. Please, I don't want no more pre-messages. Yeah, the Ace of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Strength card. So, again, your intuition, Gemini, your intuition is telling you something. You're motivated by something. For some of you, there's your intuition is telling you something, that something is coming in. There's going to be an opportunity to redo something. I feel like you're confident about it, but you're kind of like doubting it at the same time. For some of you, there's a need to have internal balance, to have this forward movement towards what you're passionate about. For some of you, there is a connection coming in, whether you like it or not. And I feel like you're going to be inspired. There's going to be a passion within the connection. And for some of you, I feel like there's going to be like sexual healing. I heard sexual healing, but I feel like there's going to be like the way that you feel about them and the interactions you have within them helps you to have balance on like what you find passionate about, or what you find passionate, how you see connections, how you want to engage with connections, how you view relationships, how you view like letting your guards down. I feel like this person that comes in, they're just going to motivate you and they're going to inspire you in ways that you didn't expect. And your intuition, and that's how you're going to know it's right for you. That's how you're going to know that this is your person. Your intuition is going to tell you everything's okay. Even though you have that like rattling in the back of your thoughts, your intuition is going to tell you it's okay. Your intuition is going to tell you, settle down, be calm, be confident. It's okay. Your intuition, Gemini, is going to tell you. You're going to naturally know. So you might be like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And should I do this? But naturally, you're going to feel like balance. I feel like your head and heart are going to kind of have struggles. Like your twins are not going to be lining up very much at this moment. But your intuition is going to have give your intuition the leeway, Gemini. Always give your intuition the benefit of the doubt and give it the leeway. Do what your intuition tells you. And when it tells you to calm down and relax and everything's okay, do what your intuition tells you. I want to see this. Yeah, you have the Five of Pentacles. You've been hurt before. You've been disappointed. But you have the Judgment, the Seven of Pentacles. So you need to look on your energy. You need to be honest with yourself. Allow yourself to, like, if people did you dirty, appreciate them for teaching you those lessons, right? I know I can't trust you now. I know where to place you now. So thank you for that. But you don't have to be resentful. You don't have to think everybody's the same. Because not everybody's the same. A lot of people are different. A lot of people kind of like remind us of, I'm not taking any more pre-messages. A lot of people remind us of things to kind of help us to remember there's something to go back and clean in that area, but it's not to kind of like fully open a wound again. It's not to like relive trauma unless you feel like it's necessary for your progression and your healing. For some of, like, I know there was moments where I needed to like thoroughly relive trauma, and other moments where I was like, nah, not so much. And you just have to do what's right for you in those moments. Follow your intuition. Always follow your intuition. What's right for me might not be right for you. What's right for you might not be right for the next person. It's just like, we're all different. Even though we're similar, we still have like individual pieces, individual aspects. There's a lot of things that make up everybody. And I feel like there's like a lot of things that sometimes you have to deep dive, even if you don't want to. But sometimes like you just skim the surface and you're good. All right, you have the 5 of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles. So there's some sort of argument. There's some sort of like mental defeat, mental confusion, mental like opposition within yourself that you're still holding on to. I feel like that's why you're defensive. You remember when somebody disappointed you. You remember when somebody lied. You remember when somebody manipulated you. You remember when. And so you're trying to be on guard. You remember when you're not holding on. You're not letting go of this lesson. It was a harsh lesson you learned, and you're not letting go of it. I feel like that's your person, with them wanting to know like the red flags. Oh my God, I hate when I do that. Anyways. I feel like your person wants to know like, where's the red flags? They don't want to do what other people have done. They don't want to trigger you like how other people might have triggered you in the past. So I guess I have to fix my stupid ring. And my nose keeps itching and it's freaking annoying. Every time your nose itches, like you must be getting a bunch of downloads. That's every time like my nose itches, I'm like really, it's like I'm getting downloads, or I'm talking to spirit, or I'm reading cards. I'm doing something spiritual majority of the time it happens, especially when it doesn't freaking go away. It's kind of annoying. Especially when you have nose rings. Just saying. Whoo, Gemini for March. Gemini for March. Gemini for March. All right. One more shuffle. 2 more shuffles. Hold on. This is going to be our last pre-message. But it's really not. It's redundant. Shit. Maybe I just lost it all. Actually, I didn't. Sorry, guys. That's funny because everything else landed face down. And the card that was the bottom of the deck that I wanted to show you guys was the only card that was face up. So, and now it's the King of Cups. So this is telling me that there's going to be quick forward movement in this connection, in this love offer, in this like, this is, if it's a new person coming in, it's going to be quick forward movement. If it's your person that you already have, I don't feel like that's for most of you. I feel like most of you, it's a new person. I feel like it's going to be quick forward movement. I feel like things are moving fast in your connection. I feel like, again, you're going to get engaged fairly quickly. I feel like your person is going to take forward movement. Like, you're not going to have to guess if this person cares about you or not. They're going to show it with their actions. Their actions are going to speak louder than words. Like, and you can trust them. Temperance. I don't know if this is you or your person, but there's like some sort of internal balance. There's been like, you can settle down your emotions. You know how to control your emotions better. And then King of Cups. Yeah, you know how to invest in connections differently, better, healthier. I feel like there's like healthier, you've learned the difficulties in relationships. You've learned the brutal honesties and the betrayals and like the manipulating people, like how crappy people can be. You've learned all that. And so I feel like you're trying to like protect your energy and like do better and learn. Like you still want to learn something. I don't know. Hold on. There's something like you're trying to acknowledge something. You're trying to learn something, grow and develop something, do something better. But I feel like as much healing as you've done, there's a hang up still. There's some area that hasn't fully been restored, resolved, decluttered, I heard. So somewhere in your brain, you might feel like there's a lot of clutter, a lot of mental chatter. Right, you have the Two of Swords, the Death card, the King of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. All right, so Gemini, there's something for some of you. Don't force the messages. Take this as this resonates. For some of you, you're not allowing yourself to see something clearly. You had your blinders up and you were kind of in defense mode, acting like it didn't exist, acting like it wasn't said, acting like whatever, just acting like it wasn't what it was. But there's a change that's going to come to that. There's transition within that. There's positive forward progression, positive forward movement, positive progression, the next step forward, right? There's a truth and a clarity that's going to be had, a conversation for some of you that's going to bring in your, like, everything you would want it to be. Like, for some of you, it can be a job. You might be getting a job offer with this combination. For some of you, might be getting a job offer. But I feel like somebody wants to offer you an opportunity. Let's build together. Let's work together. How do we do this? Like, how do we fix things? How can we have forward movement? I'm interested in this connection and I want to move forward. How do we do that? And then there's a balancing. There's for some of you, you might need to move for this connection to work. For some of you, there's if you move in together, there's you have to combine resources or stuff, things. So keep in mind, you want what you want what's healthy for you. You want to be the one making the pick. You don't want somebody to you want somebody because that's who you chose, not because they didn't leave yet, right? I hope that made sense. You don't want somebody because they stuck around. You want somebody because that's your person, because that's who you're tied to, because that's who you feel connected to, not because they never left. Your person is your person because they feel safe. They feel emotionally comforting. They feel home. They feel like your other half. They feel like a compliment to you, not this mental conflict and have to wonder and trigger and doubting everything and second guessing and all the lies and all the deceit and all the bad history and all that. No. But there's some sort of balance being brought into a situation, realizing something, having truth and clarity within yourself, and it ignites a passion within you. All right, we're gonna have one shuffle and we're gonna do our cross. Thank you, Spirit. Oh my gosh, I swear. Gemini, first card out is Seven of Pentacles. So you're currently evaluating something. Currently, what's the next? For some of you, you might the whole time that I've been oh my God, I can't say it now. The next forward movement, the next positive progression. The whole time I've been saying that because it keeps coming to me. You might have been well, what is it? Is that you? Are you guys been well, what is it? Are you guys wondering what's the next forward movement? I feel like you are. The crossing energy is the Three of Wands. You're waiting for something. You're praying for something. You've been waiting. You've done your part and you're waiting. What do I have to do next? What do you need me to do now? I've done what I was supposed to do. What do I need to do now? We're going to pull clarifiers. And we might have finished our reading. Good. Oh, we didn't. Hold on. We still got more cards to pull. Hold up. Gemini. We're going to look at it, but we're not taking it. It's the Knight of Pentacles. So some sort of forward movement towards your abundance, towards your prosperity. This took a while to get here. Somebody wants to talk to you, Gemini. I got that several times already. you're hoping or fearing. For some of you, you're hoping to celebrate something. For most of you, I feel like you're fearing a third party connection or fearing like investing unwisely. But I feel like there's like you want to celebrate something. You're expecting to have full clarity, truth on something, and you want to have something to celebrate. You're expecting there to be something, a reward at the end of all the BS. I heard I want a reward for all the BS. That's right, Gemini, and you should get it too. Final outcome for Gemini. Final outcome. Okay, Spirit. King of Pentacles. Your abundance, your stability, your environment being on point, how you want it, feeling stable, feeling good, feeling like you can count on the people who are around you. Bottom of the deck, Hangman. You're seeing things differently. There's a different perspective. Okay. Let's get our clarifiers out, and then we're going to finish up our reading right here. Thank you, Spirit. No pre-messages. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys. I appreciate your time. I know it's late. Happy Friday. Well, actually, it's Saturday now. Happy Saturday. We've been on here. It's 101. 101 on February 11th. What? I like it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys. All right, so current energy. Hold on. This will be our last shuffle. Thank you, Spirit. Sorry, one more. Thank you. All right, your current energy. You're evaluating things. You're reviewing things. You're looking over things. And you're waiting on things. You've made plans. You're waiting for things to kind of fall into place. You're working on it. And you're reevaluating. What do I have to do next? What is this in regards to? Shit, Gemini. Got a book. So you have the King of Swords, the Star, the Knight of Wands, the Moon, the Hangman, the Strength card, the King of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Lovers, the Tower, Six of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. Okay. You're evaluating things. You're looking at your environment. For some of you, you might be like kind of critiquing the people, places, and things in your environment and what's good and what needs to stay. I feel like there's an energy. You've been waiting for something. You've been praying for something. You've been wanting something to come in and you're patiently waiting. And there's like, what do I have to do next? Like, when is it going to come? Is it ever going to come? And I felt like there's like, you're tired of waiting. You're not going to wait anymore. You're tired of waiting. There's some sort of like clarity or truth within you in regards to healing or wish fulfillment. For some of you, you realize I can't keep waiting. It's not healthy for me. I have to move forward. I have to do my next best thing. Like, there's a truth or clarity within yourself, or somebody might say something that gets you to like focus on healing something. Or like what you are inspired towards. There's something you want. You're passionate and inspired and motivated to create and manifest something. And I feel like you're like thinking the final pieces through, having the final discussions. Then there's going to be some sort of forward movement. You don't know how to do something. For some of you, you're creating something and you don't know how to do it. You don't know all the final pieces. But again, you're trusting spirit, you're trusting your intuition, and you're doing the next best thing. For some of you, I feel like there was something like you were once inspired and passionate and motivated towards something, but this lack of communication, these confusing emotions, these lack of knowing has caused you to have a different perspective. You see things differently now. I feel like you're standing in your confidence more than what you used to before. And now you're like, your forward movement is only because you feel divinely directed to do so. You don't take forward action just because anymore. Frivolous actions. You don't do that anymore. Like, before you move forward, you want a solid, like you want to see something solid and tangible, that's the proper action. You don't just assume. You don't take the people for the benefit of the doubt anymore. You don't, how do you say? Like you're not just walking on blind faith anymore for the things that you're passionate for. Like even though you're passionate and motivated towards it, you don't just fully approach it without having that confidence, not confidence, like without getting spirits go ahead or that internal green light, you don't approach it anymore. I feel like you have like, there's some sort of like, there's a new approach on how you approach offers, opportunities, people, offers, relationships, jobs, just everything. The way that you engage, the way that you interact with things, it's different than how it used to be. There's a new you engaging with things, with your environment. It's like a new you. You've grown a lot, Gemini. You've healed a lot. Like who you are today is like a 180 from the who you were last year. Like if you were to be able to like see yourself how you were last year, a year from then, I don't think you would have known how much you would have grown. Like it's a new you. You are new. And how you engage with your offers, your opportunities, like the things you hold on to are different. There's something, there's something that you're passionate about. For some of you, you're going to have a lot of adult fun time. I feel like this connection that comes in, it's going to be physical and it's going to be very enjoyable. You're going to enjoy your time with your person. I feel like there's going to be a lot of passionate, like when you're with this person, I feel like you guys inspire each other. I feel like there's definitely a lot of adult playtime. You're not going to expect this connection. You're not going to expect the balance that you